thousands of people gathered to support the action, many waving Russian flags. The Russian mercenary Wagner Group, which aborted its own coup attempt against Moscow just over a month ago, is active throughout Africa's Sahel region. To explain what's going on, I'm joined by Alex Vines, the director of the Africa programme at Chatham House. Welcome to GB News. Should we take seriously the threat from the neighbouring countries to intervene?
Yes, we should. The regional body, which is called ECOWAS, Economic Community of West African States, is very serious about that this is a line in the sand and that no more coups should occur. And so they've been planning for a military intervention that could be up to 50,000 troops, in fact, they're talking about. But the chiefs of defence staff of ECOWAS met on Friday and said, first of all, they want a comprehensive package, which means politics, diplomacy, and the threat of a military intervention. So diplomacy needs to go first, and we're still in that phase.
I mean, some of these countries have a lot of problems of their own. I mean, it's all very well talking about 50,000 troops, but does Nigeria want to allow its troops away from their duties at home?
Well, Nigeria is the big regional power. It's the neighbour of Niger. And there's a new president in Nigeria, Bola Tinubu. He is allergic to putschists. He really is. He was incarcerated by a military dictatorship. And he believes that actually what we're seeing in West Africa at the moment is a struggle between democracy and autocracy. And so he's very focused. My own view is that I'm hoping that diplomacy, good offices, track two processes that's more discreet, using other people, for example, the Sultan of Sokoto might prevail, and that there's an off-ramp for the putschists in Niamey. We'll see. But as you've mentioned, it's crunch time at midnight tonight.
And two countries won't participate, presumably, in the intervention, the ones that have already had coups, Burkina Faso and Mali, am I right?
Yeah, so you're absolutely right. And actually a third has said that they kind of support the putschists too, which is Guinea, because there have been 3 coups. And of course, that again goes back to my point about autocracies versus democracies. The putschists don't want the precedent of an intervention by the regional body removing them, because that would threaten their business model. And so it is high stakes that's developing in the region right at the moment.
Is Russia responsible for what's happened?
No, I don't think it is. I mean, it's responsible in that troll factories and spreading fake news has contributed to definitely even deeper anti-French sentiment, but also anti-Western. And honestly, it's not too difficult to distribute a few flags and have people kind of say, long live, vive Russia. So that's what's been going on. Having said that, it's clear that the junta in Niamey in Niger has sent people to Mali, and they have had some talks with Russians there. So the Russians are always looking for opportunity to kind of move in when the West is in trouble, and Niger was seen as a strong Western ally. And so the Russians are definitely looking for an opportunity.
Why should our viewers outside West Africa care about this struggle between autocracy and democracy in that region?
Well, it's European near abroad, and it's a central Mediterranean route for migrants. So there's a very important highway of informal migrants that go through Niger into Libya and then across the Mediterranean. Some of them may well try and come to the United Kingdom. Also, Niger is the 5th largest producer of uranium in the world. And so European energy supply takes about 1/5 of its uranium from Niger currently. That's important. And then there is a horrible struggle going on against radical Islamists in Niger, both groups allied to Islamic State as well as Al-Qaeda. So that's also important for broader European security, including our own.
Alex Vines, splendidly succinct answers. Speaking personally, I hope for viewers as well, I feel so much better informed. Thank you very much for coming into the studio on a Sunday, what's more.